In this next video segment for this course looking at the ethical usage of artificial intelligence in accounting, we're going to be looking at my top 8 tips for using AI ethically in the profession, how you can integrate this across your firm. So hopefully some really good tips and takeaways for you in this section. The first one is to start small and supervised. Don't go turning around to your team and saying, right, you all use AI going forward. Make sure you start small. Begin with perhaps small pilot projects with low risk areas such as drafting emails, summarizing meetings, transcripts, etc. Pilot projects so that you can assess its use, you can assess how the team are using it, you can then identify what sorts of additional help that they need. Make sure that you double check absolutely everything. Treat AI like it is a junior assistant that's just started and doesn't know anything at this point. Therefore, you're going to put more scrutiny on it and you're going to be able to identify its limitations and its benefits. And always make sure you keep that human oversight for everything that you use AI for, particularly for anything that has any kind of material impact, such as information you're going to send to a client. Next tip is to implement quality controls. Now, use AI as a preparation tool, for want of a better term. Get it to do the grunt work, but don't get it to have the final say. Make sure that you have a human verifying and checking everything, checking its source data, checking its final figures, asking it to explain where its sources came from, checking those sources, etc., and comparing the results with what you would have produced. Let's say you were trying to try it out using it to create some financial statements or to create some calculations based on some financial statements. Compare the results with the results that you would have gotten if you'd have done it manually. And if you do that a few times and you see that it makes the same or has the same output every single time, you will then feel more confident in using that AI tool. And again, make sure that you have the final say, the final approval before you do anything with that AI output. And that's a good quality control system to have in place. You use it to create something, you then double check it and verify its output. And this is where the expertise of an accountant actually still comes in, even in an AI world, even as AI develops. You can't rely on it. You have to have a person that knows what they're doing to input the right prompts into the AI, and then you have to have someone that verifies the output correctly as well. Next tip is to set clear boundaries within your organization of what you use it for and what you don't use it for. Now, of course, this is up to you and you need to have your own judgment on this and decide what goes into a policy, what doesn't, etc. But just to give you an example, I've got a list here of, say, you allow your team to use it for drafting reports, trend analysis, and email drafting, but you don't want them to use it for final decisions. You don't want it for the use of client data, particularly if it's an unapproved platform, or to generate an audit output. You want to keep auditing all with humans doing it at this moment. That's an example of where you would set boundaries for what you would use it for and what you wouldn't use it for. And develop a formal policy and implement that across your organization to ensure that consistency, to ensure that everyone knows what they're doing. You haven't got different people using different AI tools, etc. Make sure you have client transparency on your usage of AI. Be really upfront with them about it, but highlight the key benefits and how you'll be able to get more work to them more quickly, more effectively, at a lower cost potentially, etc. And make sure that you are assuring them of your oversight. Making sure that it's not impacting their data protection, it's not impacting the output, etc. Because everything is going to be safe, everything is going to be secure. And actually 2/3 of firms now have a mandate where they formally inform clients about their AI usage. So lots of companies are already doing this, so you don't want to get left behind. Also, manage expectations, both with your clients and with yourselves and with your team. Be honest about what AI actually can and can't do at this point. It's always developing, it's always getting better, but it is not magic. It's just a tool in the same way as every other software that you use is a tool. And particularly given that if you're new to it, you may not necessarily know that much about how to use it and how to use it effectively. And so you need to develop your own AI usage skills over time. So be really honest, really upfront about those limitations. Always label experimental outputs. So for example, if you've used AI to generate something, always label it as draft, subject to review. Always label it as AI generated, please verify and review. So that you are making it crystal clear when something has been AI generated and that it is not the final output. And that reduces the risk of any mistakes of something getting sent to a client. And always emphasize that human judgment. Emphasize that final decisions are made by the professionals, and always make sure that your team, everyone at your company, etc., or you yourself know that the final judgment resides with you and the accountability resides with you. You can't trust blindly what the AI makes. You must make sure that it is verified and make that clear to everyone involved. Also, maintain your human skills, both as a professional, but also implementing that human touch to the AI tools. So make sure you keep your own knowledge of AI, but also of accounting up to date. Don't rely on this as the future and saying, well, in the future, knowledge and experience and expertise isn't going to actually matter that much. So I no longer need to keep my own skills up to date. I just need to keep my skills of using AI up to date, and I'll never need to do anything else. That's not correct. Remember, the human is still at the core of everything. So all your own CPD, your own skills, expertise, keep those up to date. Always be really skeptical and assume that the AI is perhaps going to have made mistakes. And that way you'll never be surprised. That way you'll always be on the lookout for issues. Always make sure that you are keeping your manual methods up to date as well as the AI methods. If you're trying to integrate AI, it's not going to be perfect yet. So keep the alternative manual method, keep training on that up to date as well. And remember that AI is there to augment abilities. It's to enhance, not to replace. So you yourself can't rely on this to do your job for you. It's there to help you and to enhance your abilities and to enhance your productivity. It's not there to replace you. So you have to keep training, keeping up to date, keeping your skills sharp as if you didn't have the AI tool there. Always document your AI usage. Record when AI was involved. Always document where you have corrected the AI and use that to help train others on the use of AI and to train the AI itself. And make sure that you have that audit trail so that you can show responsible AI usage, but you can also apply accountability in that chain, in that trail, when someone has been using AI. And like with everything, like you do with your CPD, like you do with anything else you do in the profession, keep up to date. Keep evaluating, keep monitoring, keep understanding where people have used AI, where they haven't, what good they've seen from it, what limitations they've seen from it. Always have this continual learning system in place. Make sure that everyone is documenting when they're using AI. Make sure you have got people discussing their use of AI, what they found, sharing hints and tips, etc., so that everyone can benefit from it. Keep up to date with new rules, new regulations, and with new AI models as well. We're currently on ChatGPT 4.5, for example. But in the past, we've had the base model, we've had 3, we've had 3.5, we've had 4, we've had O1, we've had O3, we've now got GPT operator coming in as well. There are always developments in AI, and it's moving quicker than anything that's ever moved in the past. So always keep up to date, and keep up to date with how that impacts new rules and regulations. And make sure whenever you identify improvements, whenever you identify errors, you fix them promptly. So some really good tips there for implementing AI at your company. And given the nature of this series is all about ethics and using AI in an ethical fashion, always make sure you are compiling any process, any tool usage, etc., around an ethical checklist. So make sure at its forefront of anything that you do that you are safeguarding client information. Make sure whenever you're reviewing a new implementation of a new tool, check, does it safeguard client information? Check that you have a system in place for reviewing its outputs. Make sure you have a checklist in place for ensuring that this new tool is compliant and complies with all rules, regulations, and professional standards. And be thoroughly transparent with yourselves, with your team members, with your clients, with any other relevant stakeholder about your use of AI as well. So that should be a really good tool there, a really good list of tips to help you with using AI effectively and ethically in your workplace. And thank you very much for watching this video series.